William Whalen here for GetMoreSports.com. And after looking over the film once again in Kansas's big win over Loyola, Maryland the other night, Cheick Diallo just impressed more than I necessarily anticipated. If you followed any of the work here at GMS over the summer, you know that I wasn't as high on Diallo as many others. His skill set to me is a little bit limited with the ball in his hands. He's not going to be a big-time back-to-the-basket scorer. He's not even necessarily a big face-up scorer either. And so I was a little bit concerned about how his game would translate to college, and then ultimately when looking at the NBA draft, I wasn't seeing necessarily how he fit in there this season. But after the first night, after being deemed eligible by the NCAA, I think it's pretty clear why Diallo was a McDonald's All-American, why he was the MVP of the Jordan Classic, and why he was a 5-star consensus top 7 recruit coming out of high school, and why Kansas was so adamant about him being named eligible, because motor is a skill, folks. A lot of people don't like to call it that because they call it playing hard. It should just be a given. But it isn't. Motor is more than playing hard, though. Motor is understanding that obviously each loose ball is so critical. Each rebound is so critical. Putting yourself in position on the low block when guards penetrate, like Diallo does so well, is critical. And Diallo does that so well. I mean, it's basketball IQ mixed with playing hard. And it's a combination that, in my opinion, is a skill set. And Diallo flashes it in spades. I mean, going forward, I think he's going to give Kansas a different kind of presence on the low block, because when you look at Perry Ellis can score this back to the basket, but he's best when he's facing up. Diallo's going to be a garbage man, but he's a high-energy garbage man who obviously is going to affect shots on the defensive end, and he's going to give the Kansas guards a nice outlet on the offensive end when they penetrate towards the basket. He's going to be constantly available, and when teams stop helping off him, stop worrying about the alley-oop or the dish-off or the dump-off, the Kansas guards are going to have a lot better time finishing at the rim, something that they've struggled with at times this year and in years past. So Cheick Diallo is a big-time addition for Kansas. We see why, and this guy is a candidate for the NBA lottery, and I think he kind of flashed it in just 19 minutes, battling foul trouble, 13.6 assists and a couple blocks. This kid is big-time.